bamboo sticks all on the Jeep. It's a new weirdo every week. Need to put it up for my seeds. No cure for the IG disease. No do anything for clout. They do anything for clout.
Hey babe, and welcome to another installment of the Diligent Mom Diaries. If you're new here, my name is Michelle, and I got some stuff to do today. Okay, not a lot of stuff, because did the weather play in your face? If you're on the East Coast and you were expecting like feet of snow with this whole like nor'easter snowstorm, did you get it? Did they cancel work, school, and life for you, or are you experiencing what I'm experiencing? Because look out here, it's nothing. It's winter time outside today. That's it. We got a little bit of sprinkle. We got some sleet. They gave the kids a 2-hour delay today, but that's it. That's all. That's another reason why I'm running short on time, because I just dropped my kids off at school 2 hours ago. Whoa, girl, in an hour I need to start making my rounds for pickups. But before I go do that, I want to stop by Old Navy and take y'all with me, because no one needs more winter clothes. Okay, needs, strong word. She don't need nothing. I'm just so tired of picking out and putting her in essentially the same outfits remixed every week. I'm just tired of looking at them. I really am. So I need to go and grab her just a few pieces to kind of spice up her wardrobe until we can go spring and or summer shopping. I want to get her some sweaters, some more barrel leg jeans if they have them in stock, and just see like what stuff they put out. Maybe grab her a shirt or two for Valentine's Day. I also am looking for some Black History Month shirts for her, you know, because I don't know what the deal is with June school. I don't know if this is shady or not, but it is. Let me just not even try to sugarcoat that. Normally, if it comes to race, it's shady. With Black History Month, they put out a special calendar every year, but the way that they embed it into the weekly newsletter, it's almost as if it's hiding. You know, if they have a spirit week for anything else during her school, they will put it with the dates listed beside it in bold, and then the theme for that day is right beside it, so you don't have to open any other attachment. It's right there at the bottom of the newsletter. But for Black History Month, it's listed as an attachment and it's kind of hidden. So if you don't click, if you're not reading the newsletter bar for bar and you don't click on that attachment, you will miss it. And then they always put a little like blurb at the end of this calendar where it says, oh, participate in as many or as few days as you want. Why do you have to tell people that just for Black History Month? Don't that sound weird? I feel like it should be at the end. If we're gonna say it, then say it at the end of any spirit week that you have, not just for Black History Month. Like, that's so strange to me. Anyway, girl, of course I want her to do as many days as she possibly can, but I also don't want to spend a ton of money on shirts that I know she's not going to wear over and over again. So if I can find just some Black History shirts, I found a bunch on TikTok, but I don't know if they'll make it here on time. Today is already January 26th, so I should have had this thought like brewing a little bit sooner than I did, but you know, whatever. I know Children's Place really does a good job putting out Black History shirts every month. I don't know if Target is. How do we feel about Target? It's been a year since the whole DEI thing. Are we still boycotting? Is that still a thing? Is that still happening? Because I want to go to Target today if I have time. Shh, don't tell nobody else. But Target will put out some Black History Month shirts too. So we'll see. We'll see. I need to just be looking online. I know they got some on Amazon, but I like to make it a point regularly, but specifically in the month of February, to try and purchase from only Black owned shops. Speaking of Black owned shops, let me tell y'all, I was saying a couple of vlogs ago how I saw this TikTok that was like, oh, I bet you can't go Kindle for Kindle, and then people were in the comments like going Kindle for Kindle. Babe, some of the best decorated Kindles I have seen. I thought mine was doing something. Mine is doing nothing. No. So I decided to like go through the comments, and I saw that a shop called Out of Print makes like pop sockets for Kindles, inserts for Kindles. It's a Black owned shop. So I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and order from there. I told y'all we would do a Kindle makeover. It's been a month since I placed my order. A month. My order is projected to come tomorrow. However, I don't have no tracking. I haven't gotten no notification, nothing from them. It's like, baby, truly, how long? I mean, you know, I don't work for no print shop. I'm not in that industry. So it's very much giving mind your business when you say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. How long does that take? You know? Like, how long does a product take to be printed and shipped out? I don't know. And then it's coming to the point where I'm like, are you the maker of said product? Or are you getting the product from somewhere else, like upcharging it and then reselling it? Which to me, like, still wouldn't be a problem. But whatever the process is in between y'all receiving the orders and actually shipping them out, like, we gonna need to expedite that. We're gonna need to expedite it because it's too lengthy for this day and age. I love a unique product. I love when Black people participate in the arts because we do it big. But y'all gonna have to speed it up. Just a little bit, please. Because I'm used to, you got next day shipping with Amazon. You're probably waiting 5 days max if you order something off TikTok shop. And a lot of that stuff is coming from China. So I'm gonna need them to do their big one and speed up the process a little bit, because like, I've been checking, okay, especially knowing that I'm supposed to get the products tomorrow. It was projected to come between the 22nd and the 27th. What are we still waiting on? Because I'm getting antsy. My Kindle is basically walking around bald-headed. My girl needs some love. She needs to look and feel more like me. So where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I have a story for y'all, but I just pulled up to Old Navy, so I will tell y'all that story on the way home. I need opinions on it too. But girl, let's go in here and go shopping for these little like 40 minutes that I got before I gotta go get these kids. Ooh, clearance, my favorite C word. They really played because this is all of their clearance. Why I don't even keep playing in my face? And they don't even have the like socks and underwear on clearance. That's crazy. The music is always stupidly loud in here, almost as if they don't want me to bring y'all in here with me. What's all they be trying to do? It's a little early, but look at this. Look. That is so cute. Come on. Ow. Ouch. Wrap it up, sis. Here's the dress I almost concussed myself for. It's the exact same one, the cutout in the back, but it's a cuter print, right? I think this shirt is so cute, but is this a crop top? It feels very much, looks very much like a crop top. I don't know about all that Old Navy. Yeah. Now I was under the impression that I was gonna be perusing in Old Navy for a minute, but turns out they did not have a damn thing. It's such a funny time of the year to be trying to shop for winter clothes too, because you know they switching it out. And retail, fast fashion, and all that just keep moving. They don't give a damn about the seasons or what it feel like outside. Truly, baby, I just picked up a summer dress for my girl, so I guess we got time to go to Target. But on our way to Target, let me go ahead and tell y'all what happened to me the other day. So I had to pick up Noah early from school because Gabriel had an orthodontist appointment. He broke one of his brackets, child. I don't even want to talk about it. It's in the works. It's in the works. So I had to pick her up early and go get him so we can make it to the appointment on time. So we get ready to pull out of the parking lot, and I see one of my homegirls, and me and her make it to school pretty early regularly so we can just chat and catch up, you know, all that. She stops me and she like, oh, you know, I want to talk to you because I want to have a Galentine's gathering. I want to have like a candle making and something else she wanted to do. And I was like, well, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it because me and my husband got some news about his ship. I will tell y'all what it was. I want to be so forthcoming on here, but I can't tell y'all everything, especially when it comes to the military. But he got some news about his ship, and I was like, well, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it or not. And she was like, well, you know, my cousin is on a battleship and they coming in to like replenish their supply, and then they going right back out. And I was like, why are y'all doing that? War. Like, babe, do you know who you're talking to? I'm a military spouse. The absolute love of my life is active duty military. And you just throwing around the W word like I'm supposed to kiki and laugh with you about it. So I looked at her and I said, don't ever say nothing like that to me. I never want to hear anything about what's going on in the world, especially considering the situation that I'm in. I remain blissfully ignorant on purpose. If people can't respect that boundary and they want to keep dropping news and into my DMs or into my comments or whatever, you have to politely exit yourself the fuck out my life. Why would you bring that up? That is so terribly insensitive. Like, girl, you don't get out of here. So then she continued, and I told her, like, my man is out there. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about that. Then she gonna say, well, my cousin is out there and they're so young. And it's like, babe, do you fuck your cousin? You sleep next to your cousin every night? Are you rearing children with your cousin? Did you know what I'm saying? Like, your cousin was placed into your life. Did you choose your cousin? Are you building a life with your cousin? Not to diminish the relationship that you have with your family, but my situation, slightly different. Let's just call it spade a spade. It's different. My relationship is much more intimate and slightly more serious than anything you and your cousin will ever fucking have. Don't try to bring that up just to, I guess, relate in the fact that they're both family, because that's all you're doing right now. Go sit down somewhere. You can't never justify saying no shit like that to me. And then I just wish that when people would find out like how you feel about something or your stance on something, that they would just be like, my bad. Okay, my bad. Like, I wasn't even thinking. I can see where you coming from. My bad. Like, let's move on. But then you just gonna bring up your cousin like I'm supposed to be, you know, what do you expect me to say? I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, oh cool. She definitely gets it. No, bitch, you don't, and you never will. I'm just ignorant. Now, I normally don't give people a second chance to violate me. Something like that is definitely relationship ending for me. However, I will say that I think it's a general consensus as the American people do not take like the military and war itself serious until it's literally knocking on their front door. You know what I'm saying? I watch Gen Z kiki all day long on TikTok about the military. All day. Like, they just don't take it seriously. So, I mean, I guess I give her a pass this time because, like I said, it's a very unserious topic for a lot of people unless you're immersed in it. Unless you actually have to come to the realization that, oh, damn, they really might not be coming home. You know? So this time, I'm going to give her some grace. You know, I told her where I stand on it. She did bring up her cousin. I had to politely let her know this is not that. So please don't bring up any news to me at all. I don't care what it is. Don't bring up no news to me at all. If I need to know, my husband will tell me. Or if I need to know, somebody will come knocking at my door and let me know. I don't need to hear that from other people. I don't need to hear anybody's opinions. I don't care about their stance. I don't care about conspiracy theories. I don't give a fuck what you think is going on. I don't at all. So now that I have put that out there, like I said, I am willing to extend grace one time. One. Bring it up again though. Baby, I act like I never knew you. It'll cost me nothing. Because one thing I am going to do, and one thing I am very fucking serious about, is protecting my peace. I'm gonna do it for me and mine all the time before I do anything else. I told y'all at the beginning of that story that I needed to see how y'all felt about it, but it turns out I just need to get that off my chest. I just need to talk to somebody. Thank you for being a listening ear. I just pulled up to Target. I have probably 30 minutes or so to dilly-dally in there. I really hope that they have some good stuff, especially since it's my first time in here, you know, since 2026 began. It's also my first time, I think, willingly being at this store since the whole DEI thing. And if they don't got nothing in here, I think it's just gonna solidify the fact that I need to stay out and away from this store. So I'm going to look for some more clothes for Noah. I really want some sweatshirts for her. Some cute little sweatshirts, little bows on them, little designs, some cute little phrases. That'll do it for me. I'm a sucker for those all the time. And then maybe a new pair of PJs for me. Yesterday I did a quick little Sunday reset. I think I'm going to start filming them as shorts. I wasn't really sure how yesterday was going to go for me, but it went extremely well. I started the Sunday reset at 10:45 and I finished around 2 o'clock. I was able to wash me and Noah's clothes, wash all of the towels and sheets, and then I was also able to clean all of the bathroom. That's something that I really need to start focusing on more, because during the week I don't got no problem tending to the floors, you know, sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, making the beds, folding the laundry as I see fit. Like, I got no problem with none of that, but bathrooms, absolutely hate. With a passion, girl, with a passion. And for me, they need to be done minimum once a week. I will duck and dodge them as long as I possibly can, though, and it's becoming a disgusting habit, and I just really need to stop. But anyway, child, let's jump in Target and see what they're working with. All right, girl, we're in here. So far, I'm gonna finish this fuckery right here. Look at these. Now, this is such a cute print. My girl love her some hot chocolate too, so this will be right up her alley. But the pajamas are like furry. They trying to roast the kids. I picked up 2 things so far. I got these little short sleeve pant pajamas. They're so soft. It's by the brand Alden. Love them down. I have these red pajamas that I love to wear. I've probably seen them 1,000 times. They made those, and I have these red and white striped pajamas that they made. Some of my favorites to wear. Also, they have a little Black History section, and here's what I picked up from that. It's called like the HBCU challenge. I'm not sure what university this is from, or if it's, you know, supposed to like represent us universally, which would be a problem because we all black, but we all still individual people anyway, child. But I thought it was cute. I wish my boy down here had some fronts, but they might have just taught them out of putting that on here. I'm in the toddler section for Noah, but I'm realizing, is my girl in the girl section? Because I mean, this goes up to a 5T, but everything to me seems like very babyish, you know? I mean, she is only 5, so she is still a baby. At least I consider her still a baby, but she ain't this much of a baby. So let's mosey on to the girls section and see what they got. Girl, now it's snowing. I almost convinced myself, you don't need that coat. You just run in that store right quick. You don't need that coat, girl. I'm so glad I got it. And never in all my years of being Southern have I had my children in school as the snow is falling. No. They would have seen one snowflake and put out an emergency message. Come get these kids now. These buses not running. We can't do it. Come get them now. But I don't know. Virginia is different. Anyway, girl, I'm all done running my man's pockets. So let's get on to the house. I did pick up a few things that y'all didn't see. I did stop by the girl section, ransacked it just a little bit. It's such a funny transitional time for stores. As much as I frequent them, I should know this, but yeah, everybody is stuck between like winter and spring, you know. So there wasn't that much, but I did pick up a few pieces, and I'll show y'all when we get to the house. All right, sis, let's go over the few things that I picked up from the store. Y'all already saw what I got, and forgive me, child, that's the melodicum of the dryer in the background. Y'all know I got a bad habit of washing clothes and love my washer and dryer down. First, we're gonna start with what I picked up for Noah from Target. I was looking for their Black History section, but they only had it in adult sizes and not in children's sizes, which is kind of a bummer. But I'm gonna go online and see what I can find. I told y'all I want to purchase from Black owned shops. There's this really great TikTok shop that I bought my first Black History sweater from this year, and I'll leave it linked down below. I'm pretty sure it's Black owned. Like I said, you really don't know. You really don't know. Sometimes they pander to us just to get the money, but they don't really be biased. So take what I say as a grain of salt. What I will say about the sweatshirt, I haven't worn it yet, but it is like velvety soft on the inside. The fit is really great. I got mine a size bigger, so it could be a little bit oversized, but the print is really bright. I've washed it already. I do hang or like line dry my clothes, so you know, I don't have to worry about the dryer like fading the product. But after it came out of the wash, it was fine. Looked like I had just taken it out of the package. So they have a bunch of different prints. So yeah, I'll leave them linked down below if y'all want to check that out. But Here's what I got from Target. First, I got this little like cable knit sweater with these flowers on it. I thought this was so cute. I also am like really big on layering my daughter's clothes. I love a little baby doll collar. I'll put some pictures here on the screen of what I'm talking about, just in case you're not familiar. And this would look really good with a little baby doll collar shirt layered up underneath. I have several short sleeve ones that I just like to throw a little sweater over, you know. Mix the seasons a little bit, girl. No need to take them spring and summer clothes and put them totally to the side. If your baby got some short sleeve shirts, throw it up under a sweatshirt as a little like undershirt for them. Sometimes I'll do it with tank tops, and I'm definitely gonna do it with a short sleeve collar shirt up under this sweater. I did pick her up a Valentine's Day shirt from Old Navy, but this one's so much cuter. It's pale pink. It is also cable knit, and it's got these little heart cutouts on it. Now, of course, she can't wear this by itself, so I'll probably put like a long sleeve white shirt up underneath. Also, my girl is really particular about how fabrics feel on her skin, and it's probably ain't gonna be her favorite anyway, so she'll have to wear a long sleeve shirt up underneath this. The sweater is cut a little bit shorter in the front, and it's got these cute little slits on the side. Oh, she's gonna eat in that. I also picked up this plain cable knit sweater. Girl, oh my goodness, I've seen a lot of people like crocheting on TikTok, but I guess like the crochet is in because Target had a lot of crochet products for adults and for like little girls. But I really like this plain white sweater. I think I'm gonna jazz it up with another little baby doll collar shirt underneath, some little sneakers. Should be real cute. And on her Black History Month calendar, she had a Dress Like Cynthia Day, so you know, like Cynthia Erivo from Wicked. I haven't seen the second one. I don't think it did that good. Honestly, the first one was kind of a struggle for me to get through because I like music, but I'm not no musical girl. And that thing right there, that is a musicale. I picked up this cute little like varsity sweater for her. Now it does have Galinda on it, but you know, Cynthia's pretty large on here too, and I love the W in the corner. Also, these little jewel buttons down the front, so cute, so girly. Now let's get into what I picked up from Old Navy. Y'all saw me in the store like, oh, this dress is so cute. I almost knocked myself out for it, so it certainly had to come home with me. I think this is adorable. Oh my gosh, the cutout in the back, so cute. I love the bows here on the sleeves, the little pink flowers. This is adorable. She's going to love that. I was also able to find her some barrel cut jeans if your baby doesn't like jeans that are too tight on them. First and foremost, I don't even know why they make like jeggings or skinny jeans for children. Child, I bought my daughter one of them, took her to the playground, and she could not even bend her knee all the way to get it up on the steps to climb up to go on the slide. Like, who made this torture device for children? My girl needs some room where she can move. But the issue with purchasing jeans for her to give her a little more room was that I was gonna have to buy them in a bigger size, and then they wouldn't fit around the waist. And a lot of jeans, especially girls' jeans, do not come with belt loops on them. So I was hoping that Old Navy came out with a different cut, and baby, they did. The barrel leg jeans, absolutely eat. I love that they have the like adjustable waist up here. I regret to inform you though, there's no adjustment on the inside, and there's also no belt loops. No surprise there though. But because they come fitted at the waist, which is perfect for my girl, and they're wider in the leg here, but they're also kind of cinched at the bottom. I was doing a wide leg jean for her, but the bottom of her pants would get so dirty, and I could not get the dirt out. I tried baking soda, shout, vinegar, everything, and I just could not get them out. So the barrel jeans, perfect for her. So I got them in like a darker wash and a lighter wash. So now she has 4 pairs of jeans that will hopefully get her through the rest of winter, and then we can move on to, you know, skirts and dresses and shorts and just like real cutesy light flowy fabrics for the warmer weather. Now y'all saw me talking shit about this shirt in the store, and I sure did pick it up. The flower shirt with the collar, and I was like, is this a crop top? I don't know if it's a crop top, but I came to my senses that not only is it adorable, but my daughter's gonna be wearing a shirt up underneath it anyway, so even if it is too short, she won't be showing like, you know, no belly buttons around her classroom. But that's it, y'all. That's all I picked up for her. That's all she getting. Now kids be doing this, and I don't know why. I got matching pair of Jordans for me, Jake, and Noah over Christmas. I would have gotten my son a pair of matching J's, but I didn't think that he would wear them if the whole family had them. I thought that he would think that that was corny. I did pick him up the same, what is that? The same number? They're all ones. So I picked him up a pair of ones. They're just in a different colorway. Anyway, I go to put the shoes on Noah and she's like, Mommy, those shoes hurt. And I'm thinking that she's telling me that they hurt because the first time that she wore them, she had rode her bike a decent distance the day before. And it was the first time she had ever ridden her bike that long. So I know her legs were sore. And when she came home from school, she was like, those shoes hurt my legs. And I'm like, babe, I don't think it's the shoes. I think it's the fact that you rode your bike, you know, for a long distance yesterday. You just got to get used to riding. She's like, okay, cool. So I went to put the shoes on her. She's like, no, they hurt my feet. And I'm like, what? Girl, get the shoe on. I press her toe. Why is it like, ma'am, you only wore these shoes one time. You would grow immediately after I purchased a new pair of shoes, wouldn't you? I knew better though. I knew I should have got them in a bigger size. I don't know what I was thinking. It is not my first time being a mother. Like, I have a 14-year-old. I'm not new to this, baby. I'm true to this. I'm seasoned at this point. I should know better. But I dropped the ball there. So this weekend, probably me and Jake will go and take Noah and Gabriel to get new shoes. We would have gone this past weekend, but girl, we was all huddled and bundled in here, heat cranked up, in our pajamas, heated blankets plugged in, watching movies. Me and my husband have been on this like big interrogation video kick, so we'll just put on YouTube and watch a bunch of interrogation videos back to back. It's not the best habit, a little traumatizing, but you know, entertaining nonetheless. So yeah, we didn't have time to go outside. The weather didn't permit, at least that's what they said it wasn't going to, but here we are. Kids at school today. We are supposed to be home. It's only supposed to be essential workers. You know, not supposed to be no school all week. At least that's what I was thinking. I stocked my fridge and freezer and pantry as such, but they played us, girl. They played us. It's definitely giving cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Did y'all just switch the winter weather on Friday and then turn it off Sunday evening? Because how'd that work? Why is it always storming on the weekends? Why not, like, you know, Monday through Thursday? Conveniently, when the economy needs a kick, it's supposed to be this great snowstorm on the East Coast that also ironically stops on Sunday night. Y'all ain't slick. I see y'all. I see what you're doing up there. I see. They flipped the switch quick. Anyway, girl, I need to get these clothes washed. Now, I have done an exorbitant amount of laundry this weekend. I'm tired of doing laundry, but I did just buy some new pajamas and I washed my sheets yesterday, which means they still very much smell like bleach. Is it a night where I want to put on a new pair of pajamas, shave my legs, get in those bleachy sheets and cuddle up with a book? That would mean I would have to wash them, and I would have to wash them like now so they could be ready by the time I go to bed. Oh, I don't know. I got plenty of clean clothes, girl, so I don't think it's the day for that, because my washer and dryer will be the first appliance to conk out. It really has been doing this job. I've really been working it, so let me give that a break for a little bit. Anyway, child, I'm gonna have to go get these kids some, so I'll see you in a minute. Girl, are you ready? We should call this segment like a beat in the bathroom, a break in the bathroom, a bathroom breakdown. Oh no, it's like my favorite spot to chat in. Let me tell you how absolutely unhinged my evening has been. I could already feel the energy buzzing off of this little girl when I picked her up, so I knew she was gonna be a bit of a handful when she got home. But got home from school, it was all good. She was extremely chatty though, which kind of is not unusual for my daughter because she doesn't talk a lot while she's at school. So when she get home, you know, she got all kinds of tea to spill. She got home, would not be quiet about school. Me and her chatted for hours and hours and hours. She harassed me for dinner, which I made rasta pasta. I was gonna cook with y'all, but it was rasta pasta. I made it 600 times. Also, it was an evening where my daughter would not let me breathe without her saying something to me. Like, she just had to tell me everything in her little world, which is fantastic and also overstimulating at the same time. Like, girl, please. I can't even be one with my thoughts. You're just rapid firing these questions at me. Take a break. Let me digest some of the information first. We eating dinner. Jake comes home. It's all good. Noah gets her shower. Her and Jake come back downstairs. And she had this Oreo yogurt before they went up. But since she had to bathe, she just went ahead and dumped her little Oreo topping into it and put it in the fridge. And Noah is not at all interested in the yogurt. She just wants to eat the Oreo topping off of the top, but she wants to like skim the top of the yogurt. I don't know. You know, you have those things that you eat just in a particular way, and that the little like yogurt with the Oreo topping is one of those things for my kid. She dumped her topping in there and she got it out of the fridge. She had put it on the table and sat it down, and her daddy mixed it up. Now I have told him several times, listen, stop touching her stuff. If she need help, she'll ask you for help. But that's my husband's baby girl. Like, I feel like it's very hard for him to allow her to be fully independent or to watch her struggle. The only thing he ever wants to do is to make her life as easy as humanly possible. So when he saw her yogurt sitting there with the topping in it, he mixed it up because he didn't want her to spill her topping out and make a mess. Baby, she saw that yogurt mixed up and she said, "What have you done?" Oh my God. Somebody get her an Oscar. "What have you done?" is crazy for mixing up yogurt. I said, oh, here we go. And baby, when I tell you, she cried and cried and cried. Oh my God. It was a sight to behold. And I'm just sitting there looking at him like, I don't know how many times I gotta keep telling you, stop touching this little girl's stuff. If she need help, she can ask for it. And the thing about June is that when she was 18 months, we put her in speech therapy. You know, like, it's very important to me that Noah never forgets to use her words. Like, baby, it's the only way that people outside of this house are gonna know what you mean, how you feel, what you want, what you need. So sometimes she will get in these modes where she's kind of like just grunting and groaning a lot or whining a lot, and I have to constantly encourage her, like, babe, use your words. Noah, use your words. Tell me what you want. If you tell me, like, I can get it for you. I don't know what that means. You know, just constantly encouraging her, like, boo, don't forget where you came from, okay? All this hard work, resources, appointments, therapies that we had to attend for you to find these words, and you now have them. Don't revert back, please don't. But I think sometimes, you know, my husband gets in that mode where he's back to like guessing what she wants, anticipating her needs, and he mixed that damn yogurt up. I said, that's what you get. I told you stop doing that. Baby, she said, "What have you done?" I knew it was over. I should have excused myself then, but I really just had to sit down and see how it played out. Anyway, she cried and cried and cried. He ended up getting her new yogurt, which I knew that was gonna be the resolution, but girl, these kids, they really be something else. Speaking of these kids being something else, I don't know if I told y'all that my son was applying to a scholar high school in the area. Chesapeake has like 3 distinct high schools that have 3 distinct programs. They only take anywhere from like 60 to 80 students in the district per year for each program. And when we attended like an informational meeting his 7th grade year, we had learned about all of them. He fell in love with one in particular, and he was like, it's this program or bust. Like, I'm going to this program. If I don't get in here, I would just go to the high school that's in our district. And me and Jake fully supportive. Like, babe, do you? It's your high school career. The fact that he was willing to step out of the box and apply for something that was, you know, prestigious and elite as a 7th grader, like, I couldn't have been more pleased with him. Go ahead, do your thing. Well, he applied, and then he had to go and take an assessment, and the assessment was an essay. I said, that's a good way to weed them out these days in this day and age, because you know these kids, they Chromebooking and texting and like typing, but not a lot of them writes. So when they do write, they're relying heavily on, you know, like spell check and ChatGPT and Google at the very least. He went and did the essay. Mind you, girl, I took him to this school on like a Saturday morning and he was gone for hours. Anyway, he got out of the assessment. He said he felt really good about it. And I was like, okay, well, you know, no big deal. If you get in, you get in. If you don't, it's fine. Anyway, we found out 2 weeks ago now that he didn't get in. One of 60 students in our entire district to be accepted to this prestigious high school for this prestigious program. He's already like picked a lot of his courses for his freshman year. I signed like my little, you know, parental involvement agreement today, as a matter of fact. And we are just so proud. There's really no other word to sum it up, but absolutely proud. 7th grade me would have not wanted to veer off of the beaten path. I would have wanted to stay with what was familiar. I would have wanted to definitely stay with my friends. But once I'm like, I don't know anybody at my school that got in. So I'm just about to go to this high school with this random set of kids from all across our district, and we just about to vibe out, I guess. But for him, you know, his lifestyle is set up differently. We've been moving since he was 4, so he's been to so many different schools. As a matter of fact, the middle school that he's in now, he started in the middle of his 6th grade year because we moved from Italy halfway through the school year. So, you know, it's just, I guess it's no different for him. He's like, whatever, it's just a new school with all these random people. Like, it'll be fine. It always is. It'll be cool. Now, this kid has gotten maybe 2 report card periods of straight A's. He got into this high school. Academically, he's been doing amazing. He never gives me no problems when it comes to school. Behavior-wise, things have been looking up. However, I told y'all, I am a mother who sticks by what she says. If I say you have to do this thing to get off a punishment, this is the thing you have to do. I don't care what you accomplish after. I don't care about no accolades you get. I don't care how well you're doing. Like, it can't forgive the original sin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, if I say you gotta do this thing to get out, if I say you have to do dishes to get out punishment and you go and clean the garage, no, like, it just can't happen for you because you didn't do the thing that I asked you to do. You didn't do the thing that we agreed that you would do. You went and did something else. Oh, mind you, like, several friends' birthdays have passed since then. He's asked me if he can go to birthday parties. I'm like, no, you absolutely cannot. You are still on punishment from November. It's almost February, by the way, in case you're keeping count here. You're on punishment from November because you have not yet completed that 1,000-piece puzzle. How long is he going to sit on that puzzle? Because it's already been almost 3 months. You're talking, you let 90 days worth of events go by, which 90 days to an 8th grader in, let's say, 2002, that was me, felt like an eternity. 90 days to these kids now who are used to having information at the drop of a dime. The internet 4 hours ago is not the internet right now. Like, things go in and out, trends rotate weekly. Like, 90 days to him? What's that feel like? Why he won't do it, y'all? I don't understand. Not at all. He looked my husband in the face the other day and said, I'm not putting together that puzzle. Which is crazy to me. Because it's like, I don't know. Do you think that we're going to forget? Do you think that I'm not going to hold you to it? Do you think that the punishment is going to shift to something else? Because in all of your 14 years of being on this earth, all of my 14 years of being a parent, it's never happened. Never. So why won't we put together said puzzle? I'm curious Now that it's been almost a full 90 days, how long are we gonna wait? Like, how long? You know? It's crazy because it's like you're coming up on your high school years. You're supposed to drive, get jobs, date, just gain all of this sense of responsibility that you're gonna be coming up upon in a young adulthood. So it's like, babe, what you doing? What exactly are you waiting for? Anyway, I'll keep you updated on that, because I mean, there really ain't no update to give on my oldest. He's exactly where he was when we went through all of this stuff. Was that the end of last year? Oh yeah, that was December. We went through a whole bunch of like behavior issues in December. We're still here. We're still, I mean, things have gotten significantly better, but he will not do that damn puzzle, not to save his life. And I just can't get it. I can't wrap my mind around it. It's almost painful to me that he won't complete it, because we have so many things to celebrate him for. So many. It's just like, oh man, just still got his Christmas presents in my room. He's still got birthday presents in the storage unit. But it's like, you gotta complete the puzzle, baby. You get your stuff back. You gotta complete the puzzle first, though. Anyway, child, I'm still doing my 3 a.m. workouts. I have decided there are some days where I can't make it to the gym. Mind you, my gym is only 24 hours, 4 days a week, Tuesday through Friday. So those are the only days that I can go at 3 a.m. But sometimes those days do like interfere or overlap with my husband's duty days, which means that some mornings I will wake up and he will not be here, so I can't do my 3 a.m. workout at the gym then. So I have just been compromising, instead of saying, or instead of missing days, like Monday for example, I would not work out because, you know, I can't go to the gym. It's only 24 hours 4 days a week. But I decided that, baby, don't none of that matter. Nothing at all. If anything, I need to remain consistent with waking up at 2:30 and exercising at 3 a.m. so that I can just have my body on that schedule. Because I noticed that I slept in yesterday. Mind you, sleeping in now, waking up at 2:30 and having your body doing something hard at 3 o'clock. Like sleeping in now, I was up wide awake 6 o'clock this morning, or 6 o'clock yesterday morning. That's the schedule. Me sleeping in is 6 a.m. It feels magnificent. I can't tell you the amount of stuff that I got done yesterday. Had no energy crashes, no need for a nap. Like, it was phenomenal. I can feel the changes and shifts in my body. But it is also very important to me that I keep that schedule, because girl, even though I slept in, what, I guess 3 hours yesterday, waking up this morning, it was like, oh no, today's not the day for this. It's Monday. It snowed yesterday. It's cold outside. I don't want to get up and do this. Why would I put myself through this torture? But I have decided, like, on the days when I wake up like that, it's like, nah, baby, you can't take today off. Take tomorrow off. That's the bargain I make with myself when I wake up. You know? Because on the days where you wake up and you really don't want to do it, you got to. Just for GP at that point. Like, you have to do it. So this morning I was up. I didn't make it to the gym because today is one of the days that it's not 24 hours. However, I was downstairs in my living room with my little weights, doing a workout from a channel that I love. It's called Juice and Toya. If you haven't heard of it, like, look them up, child. They got some of the best home workouts. They do, like, they have dumbbells, they have body weight workouts, anywhere from like 30 to 45 minutes. A real quick wham bam, thank you ma'am. You're going to sweat, you're going to feel it everywhere, I promise. They have like full body workouts. They can do upper or lower, abs. Like, just pick your poison and get ready to sweat. But tomorrow I will be going to the gym because, you know, I have the time. So I need to get myself together. It's only 7:45. However, waking up that early, you realize like 7:45 is not as early as it used to be. Not at all. So child, I'm gonna wrap up today here because I need to just get in my zone, play some music, take a nice relaxing self-care shower, wash the day away, get ready to cut up with my man a little bit because I haven't seen him all day. Y'all want to go to the gym with me? I know, I think last vlog I told y'all I was going to take y'all at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. But that was strictly business that day in the gym. Tomorrow at 3 a.m. it's going to be cold and icy outside. Ain't nobody going to be there. Highly doubt it. But anyway, girl, I'm going to do everything I said I was going to do. And I'll see you in the morning at the gym. Baby girl, don't look at me like that now. I told you I was going to call you when I was on my way to the gym. It's 2:54. I'm going to be a little bit late, but girl, it's cold out here and I had trouble moving out this joint. It's a little scary because I can see the little patches of ice in my parking lot. So unless they salted the roads, there's definitely some black ice out there. This little ride right here gonna have to be slow and steady. See, in North Carolina they would cancel school for stuff like this. I'm just saying. But apparently y'all Virginians is a little bit different. Built a little tougher. Cause I sure am not trying to have my babies out here in this. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. Good morning, girl. It is Tuesday already. God, I blinked and Monday was gone. I feel like this week is gonna be a speedy one. And let me tell you something, I'm not even about to be mad at it. I'm not. If y'all hear the roar, it's the engine. Have y'all seen that young hoes trend? It's like young hoes cook everything at 400 degrees. Young hoes don't let their car warm up. They just get in it and start driving. Today, baby, I'm a young hoe because I sure just jumped in the zone and took off. I ain't got time to start no car. We can warm up on the way. I think last night was the first night all week that Noah slept through the night. Sometimes that girl, I don't know what it is. I think yesterday she was up at like 5 o'clock. Like, babe, why are you up so early? I'm talking about, yay, a 2-hour delay. Miss, you're up like an hour before you have to be. What you mean, yay, 2-hour delay? You're not taking advantage of the 2-hour delay. Why are we yaying? This might sound a little like, maybe, I don't know if it's corny or if it's like stereotypical or whatever, but listen, this time of the morning I will pop on a quick little motivational something to get me going. One of them, like, you know, if it was easy everybody would do it videos. How bad do you want it videos? As I travel on down this road about another 10 minutes, I need me one of them today. I don't got no problem getting up, getting dressed, getting out and going, but once I get there, y'all really on the gangster lane. Y'all just gonna stay like that. But once I get there, it's like, okay, now you got to warm up your body and put in this work. So I'm about to throw on one of my little videos and I'll see y'all when we get there.
She said, take your time, what's no rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm one. She said, take your time, what's no rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm one. I'm a dog, I'm a money. I can smoke already so cold in my blood, yeah. I see past pretty faces, so I got trouble trusting, yeah. But I let my guard down to you. Said I put my guard down to you. Said I'll be born.
Just one quick question. Who put out the PSA that 3 o'clock is the time to go? Because I put up, it was like 2 cars here. But it's like 8 cars here now. I mean, I ain't mad at it, but dang, somebody could have just let me know. I should have been CC'd on the memo because I need to mentally prepare myself for stuff like that. But anyway, girl, that is done. Ooh, child. I feel so strong today. Let me tell you something. I feel like I got 2 hams shoved down the back of my pants and I love it. I worked out last week, obviously, but I was coming down from my cycle, so I had like this big hormonal crash. If you track your period, if you use an app, try Stardust. The free version of the app is phenomenal. I can only imagine what the paid version is giving. But I am not a notifications girl. All of my notifications are off for all of my apps except for Stardust. Every day they will send a notification and let you know basically like where you are in the phase of your cycle. So yesterday I got a notification that my estrogen was up. And it'll tell you things like, girl, if you're feeling frisky today, here's why. If you're feeling strong today, here's why. If you need a nap, if you need snacks, like here is where your hormones are based on, you know, the cycle that you tracked last month. And girl, it told me my estrogen was up. It was like, girl, you're going to be feeling the best. Use it to your advantage. Like today is the day to maybe get a workout in, try something, you know, like do something hard. Anything that you've been wanting to accomplish, like today is the day. Do all the things. And they weren't lying, because when I got in there today, I tried to pick heavier weights every week just to, you know, make sure my body is not getting used to anything except for basically the habit of going to the gym. And girl, when I tell you, I got in there, when I picked up those weights, I was like, oh, this is a little heavy. But my body said, no, it's not. That's just your mind talking. Don't shut that down. Tell it to be quiet. We got this. And no lies told. I feel absolutely amazing right now. It's 4:05 and I gotta let y'all go because the heat, when I crank it, you're gonna be able to hear it in the background. And I truly need to warm up my feet. I got these Chucks on, and you know Chucks ain't nothing but cardboard and laces, baby. So I need to go ahead and turn this on so I can get some sensation back in my extremities. So I'll see you in a minute, girl. It was not my intention to be this dusty, musty, and crusty this late in the morning. It is now 8:41, girl. I'm feeling the fact that I got up a little early this morning, but I do want to feed myself before I lay down. Now, I'm considering something that I haven't done before, and I feel like that I'm really settling into my routine, and I want to add a bit extra, if you will. I usually eat, shower, and then go lay down, but I've been reading like it's not good for your blood sugar for you to just lay down immediately after you eat. I mean, granted, in between like eating and going to sleep, I am showering, so I mean, I don't know, do we count it as physical activity? I'm not like on my 600-pound life. It's really not that much exertion to me. It's extremely enjoyable for me to clean myself and do my daily hygiene. So I have been thinking that maybe after I eat, should I go for a little walk? My daddy walks after he eats like religiously. So like maybe I should just hit a little 5-10 minute walk. I did just say a few seconds ago that maybe that'll be today, but I don't think it will be because it is freezing outside. Absolutely Arctic. We're talking 16 degrees. I don't know who's operating in that kind of weather, but I want to move around just indoors. So I have been considering, like, you know, since I don't want to go outside right now, but I am also entertaining the idea of walking after every meal. Like, girl, do you need a walking pad? I might need a little walking pad because that would make it so easy. I could put it right there on the other side of the couch, which means that as soon as I'm done with dinner, boom, on that walking pad. Because I can walk after breakfast and then after lunch, but after dinner is a little tricky. You know, the evening routine gets kind of hectic, especially on school days when we got to get the kids to bed at a certain time. And, you know, myself too, I really enjoy like my nightly self-care. I enjoy getting in bed early. I enjoy reading a few chapters out of a book that I'm reading. So a walking pad would be magnificent. A walking pad would even be that much more magnificent because I could read and walk, which means I could get my chapters in while I'm reading, and then once I shower and get in bed, like, sleep is the very next thing. Anyway, girl, I got on here to tell y'all I'm done with my evening routine. Listen to me, already ready for the nighttime. Girl, simmer down. I'm done with my morning routine. The kids are at school. I just got done doing my daily little cleanup, and I'm getting ready to fix myself some breakfast. So since we didn't make dinner last night together, we can make breakfast today together. I already have some salmon in the air fryer basket, cleaned and ready to be seasoned. I eat this pretty often. I had to kind of lay off the salmon. I googled like, should I be eating salmon every day? Because at one point I definitely was. And you know, they say salmon is not harmful to eat every day. However, the more you consume it, the greater your chance of mercury poisoning. And I don't know what that be like, and I'm not trying to find out. So I had to back up off the salmon just a little bit, maybe a couple of days a week. It'd also be easier on the budget because this salmon is not particularly expensive. This entire fillet is probably $7-8, and then sometimes they'll be 50% off at Aldi on the days where, you know, they're getting like a big shipment in and they need to push out the older stuff. So on those days, baby, I be wishing I had me a little deep freezer because it would be stacked with salmon. You hear me? Anyway, girl, let's go ahead and season this because it's getting later in the morning and I would really like to just lay down, even if I don't go to sleep, which I usually do. I'm not gonna hold you, I definitely get a morning nap in, but I would like to just, you know, sit down, cleanse myself, have a little moment or two, and just take a little breather before I go get these kids from school. I also have some errands to run, so it is imperative that I do lay down pretty early this morning so I can have enough time before I get the kids from school to stop by the store. Girl, I gotta get Noah some vitamins. I'm saying errands like it's more than one. I have to get Noah vitamins. She ate her last one yesterday and I almost freaked out this morning when I didn't have no vitamin to give her. Like, girl, relax. Them damn things don't even work anyway. Anyway, girl, before I season my salmon, I do like to put just probably about a tablespoon of olive oil on it. I find that it helps the salmon, or it helps the seasoning stick to the salmon a little bit better. And it also keeps the salmon from getting dry in the air fryer. The air fryer is great for like crisping up the skin, but it will dry out the fish in a second. I had to learn that the hard way. So I like to coat it with just a small amount of olive oil, and then I'm gonna season it with some black pepper, some garlic powder, and a little bit of Old Bay. Now I know I'm supposed to be, well, I don't know if I am looking to be completely salt free, because I really enjoy like the enhancement of the flavors. Salt is not a seasoning, salt is a flavor enhancer. So it just amplifies what you put, you know, the seasonings that you put onto your food. And I really enjoy it. I can tell that I am cutting back though, because I normally would use just a little bit of salt on like every layer of a meal. So I would season the meat with some salt, season the veggies with some salt, put the entire meal together, and then season that with some salt, especially if I was making like a sauce or a pasta like I made last night. So instead of using salt on every single level, I didn't use any salt on the meat and on the vegetables, and then once I combined the entire pasta, I sprinkled a little on top, and when I ate it, I could definitely tell the difference. Like, oh, I can, you know, it wasn't salty, but it was like these flavors are more flavorful than they normally would have been. So my palate is definitely shifting, and I am getting away from salt. But baby, on seafood, I feel like Old Bay is just necessary. I gotta have it. I'm gonna take the salmon and put it in the air fryer at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. I always gotta look on the side to see what to do because I don't really be knowing, but it cooks perfectly at that temperature. Also, sometimes I do like to just set it for half the amount of time so I can remember to flip it. I was curious the first time I cooked it as to why it was raw in the middle, and it's because, baby, halfway through you got to flip that salmon over. Now that my salmon is going, just to increase the protein in the meal a little more, I am going to have 2 scrambled eggs. I am not quite sure the calorie amount that I'm consuming, or the macronutrients, the protein, the carbs, the fats. I'm not there yet, baby. I'm not. I have a scale and I have used the MyFitnessPal app before, but girl, it just, you know, if you try to change too much too soon, you're gonna find yourself back where you started. So slow and steady wins the race here. So I will probably start incorporating some sort of like food tracking, just to get an idea, like eyeball wise, of what I'm consuming, because I truly have no idea. It is my intention probably next month or so, because by next month I'll have about 6 weeks of this lifestyle change under my belt, to bust out the scale just temporarily. It will just be a tool for me so I can just get a grasp on what I am actually eating. Also, girl, you know, with fitness, the goals change, or at least I feel like they should change to keep it spicy. And I may actually need to like start incorporating some of that food tracking in the future, but you know, just not right now, not right now. Anyway, child, I'm currently scrambling 2 eggs, and we'll take them over to the stove in just a minute to get them cooked. Now that my pan is warm, I am gonna add just a little bit of butter. I'm gonna season these up with a little bit of black pepper and some garlic powder. And I have a little portion of sweet potatoes that I cooked the other day. I'm gonna add these to the eggs, and we're gonna scramble this up together. All right, girl, my salmon is done. I'm gonna probably take this little piece right here. And here is my, I don't know, we call this sweet potato scrambled, I don't know. I'm not gonna hold you. The eggs and the sweet potato do not look very appetizing cooked together. However, I eat it often, and I normally mix my sweet potatoes and eggs anyway. So I figured let's just go ahead and put it all in the pan. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. It's gonna taste phenomenal. Now me, I'm a girl who loves a little spice. I have been using the Marie Sharp Belgian heat, but we ran out, which sucks. So I need to use, I'm going to put some Texas Pete on top of my salmon. And I'm about to get it cracking on this food. I'm going to eat and then put myself down for a nap like a big ass baby. Listen, I'm nothing but a grown toddler. Don't expect nothing out of me because I cannot stay up all day no more. Anyway, girl, I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, girl. Same day, different time. It's 11:54 and I need to make a store run before I pick these kids up from school. We're having leftovers tonight, and when I heat the leftovers up, I like to use whatever base that I use to cook it with to heat the leftovers up with on the stove. It makes them taste that much more better, especially a dish like pasta. Like, girl, once all them flavors and seasonings sit overnight, you gotta use a base to heat it up with. So I used all of my cream yesterday for the sauce, so I need to go get some cream from the store. I told y'all baby June need her vitamins. And when I cleaned the bathrooms on Sunday, I restocked all of the toilet paper holders, but girl, we only have one like spare roll of toilet paper left. And baby, when I tell you I am scared looking at that, I am terrified. I don't like nothing like that to be nowhere near my house. So I need to go to Sam's and restock on toilet paper in the worst way. While I'm there, I also need to get laundry products and water, because I did not get water during the last fake snowstorm they said that they sent our way. And my husband just sent me a text talking about, did you see that on Sunday or Monday it's supposed to be like 6 or 7 inches? I said, that's curious that they would say that after they said that a couple days ago and it did nothing. Am I gonna fall for the propaganda? Of course I am, because type A me cannot look at that weather, see snow, and just assume that it's gonna be the same way that it was a few days ago. I just can't do it. It ain't in me, girl. It ain't in me. But you know, that should take me, hopefully a half hour or so. And that nap tore me up. It was the perfect amount of time though. I got caught up editing, so I probably got about 45 minutes in. And it was a spectacular 45, girl. I'm talking about dreaming and everything. The REM sleepiness slapped me in the face. It was hard to get up out that. But I'm getting ready to pull up to the store now. I don't know if I'm gonna take y'all into Walmart with me, because I only need like a handful of items. I probably won't even get a cart. But I'm definitely gonna take y'all into Sam's. Truthfully, I don't even know why I keep wasting my time in that store. Not only did they not have nothing that I needed, but it smelled like cats in there. Dirty cats at that. Ugh, now I'm just irritated. I want to go home. But lucky for me, Sam's is right next door. And if they ain't got no food, which I don't need no food. So listen, whoever stocks Sam's, I don't need to eat from there. I just need paper products and cleaning products. So come through, please. Because if we are snowed in, that's what I'm going to be doing. Cleaning. I really want to get a toothbrush and some bleach and just scrub the mess out of my baseboards. They've been getting on my nerves so bad. They aren't even like dirty, they just dusty. And every time I mop, I try to hit them, but you know, a mop ain't never gonna get in there like a toothbrush will. And I got a little pad for my knees too. Girl, I just need to go ahead and get busy on them. So maybe I'll do that on Sunday. I like to just take it one room at a time when I get like this, because when I do get like this and I see like how well one area of the baseboards looks in the house, girl, I got to do the whole thing, or at the very least the entire bottom floor. So yeah, that's my goal this weekend. But I don't even know why I said all that, because I don't need nothing to clean my baseboards when I or from Sam's. I got all that at the house anyway. Girl, let's go ahead in here and hope that they don't disappoint me like their little cousin next door did. Lord knows the cleaning out at Sam's hate to see me coming, girl. Cause I clear this whole motherfucker out, okay? Oh wow. Okay, I do need glass cleaner, and a 4-pack of spray away is only $8.38. Ooh, a little heavier than I anticipated. I did not come in here for that, but so all right, I need OxyClean and laundry beads. I feel like if I don't add that to my laundry, like I just can't. It's just not worth it. Also, laundry sanitizer is probably the biggest propaganda that they sold to us during COVID, and I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I'm who the advertisers are marketing, and it works every time, sadly. I'm a snobby little water drinker, and I don't like none of these brands. I haven't purchased water like in a bottle in a long time too. I'm thinking about just getting the 6-pack. Like, this 6 gallons of water. It's only 4 of us, so this should do. Oh, absolutely not. That is for the boys. I should have waited until my son got out of school. I don't never want to do that again. I need one more thing. Oh, toilet paper. That's one major thing I came in here for, and I got plenty of it, girl. Sam's ain't sold out on anything. Walmart hurting. They need to break down some of this inventory and ship it on next door, because they really playing games over there. All right, sis, I'm back home. I got like 10 minutes and I need to run out to get them kids from school. However, I picked up everything that I showed y'all at Sam's, and also this little beauty. Ah! Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It was calling to me. It said, girl, scan us to see how much we are, because we are dying in this store. Look. Okay, I've never taken care of a monstera before, but this is a monstera. In case you don't know, look at these beautiful leaves. If this don't scream tropical right here, we are tropical people, okay? We belong together. But I did look up like the care for it just to make sure it wasn't too complicated, since this is like my first monstera. And it said that the leaves should not be yellowing. And look at this little baby right here. Yellow, probably gonna fall off and crumble soon. But I hope I can keep it alive. It does appear very intimidating, like the size is already huge. I'm sure it needs fresh soil and a new pot, but when I bring a new houseplant into the house, I just like to give it a few days to kind of settle into the new environment, make sure that it is in the home where it's supposed to be. It says that this plant needs a lot of indirect sunlight, so I am thinking maybe by the back door would probably be my best bet. But I also placed it right by the lamp when we walked in, and I love it right there. Get a nice little plant stand for it, keep it a little bit elevated. But you know, fingers crossed for me and my new baby. Mind you, it was $7.50. I said, how is a plant of this stature $7.50? Like, that's crazy. $7 for this? Oh, I was so immediately, and Sam's knew I would be. That's why they placed it in my path. But I am happy to have her here. I hope she thrives, because like I said, I ain't never had on my monstera, girl. And me and plants, normally the first type of a house plant that I bring into the house, I'm gonna kill it. You didn't hear that, okay? Act like that never happened. So fingers crossed for us. I think we're gonna be all right though. It's also very, very large. So I feel like if the majority of the plant does start to kind of decay, maybe I'll be able to save it by clipping a leaf and then regrowing the plant. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, child, I gotta run out and get my children. So I'll see you soon. Now, girl, I don't know if I said I was gonna come back yesterday or not, but hello, welcome to Wednesday. It is a new day. I actually just jumped down here really quick to do two things. To show y'all my sweatshirt. This is the shirt that I got from TikTok Shop. It says product of Black History, and let me stand up so y'all can see. It's pretty oversized. I think I got this in an extra large. Comes down. Cover your butt if you wear tights. You know, she's cute. It's thick, it's cozy, it's warm, it's super soft on the inside. I will be sure to leave it linked down below if you're looking for some stuff to, you know, sport and stunt next month with. Well, shoot, I guess in a couple days. This is 28. We only got, what, 3 more days left in January? That's insane. I blinked and January was done. I don't know where this month has gone. And they say if you're older and you are looking to slow time down, pick up a hobby. Like, you know, you got something to really like focus your days on. I feel like I have picked up several hobbies this month, and this one still flew. Anyway, child, listen, I can't even be mad at it because I seriously need the warmer weather to come on. So I showed y'all my sweatshirt. That was 1. And 2, I wanted to close out the vlog. I was editing last night and I realized this is gonna be major motion picture length if I don't be quiet and post it. So thank you so much for spending these last few days with me, babe. I really enjoyed y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed watching, and I'll see you soon, boo. Bye.